On tonight's show, we have singer and songwriter Gloria Ry'ann. And now for your host, KoolKard. Welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you for tuning in. This is episode 24, man. Dang. 24 episodes. I feel like I started this just yesterday, but 24 in, and it's we're building, we're gaining, we're growing. I had a lot of amazing guests on the show, dropping a lot of gems for people, just being transparent. And like I said, with this show, I just want to bring you value, give you something you could take back on your journey, and hopefully it'll help you and catapult you to the next level in your career or whatever you're trying to do. So that is why I created the show. There's a lot of gatekeepers that don't want to give you the information. So here I am trying to dig information out of people that I bring onto the show to help you. So help me help you by sharing the show, telling somebody, bring a friend along if you're viewing, you know what I mean? Hit the like, hit the subscribe button, all that good stuff. But anyway, listen, last episode I had Ulysses Carter, a very good friend, a very, very good friend. I call him my brother. He is a publicist and he's an entertainment exec now, doing some great things, and he's like, his Rolodex is crazy. Make sure you check out the show. You can check him out. I think he changed his Instagram name to I am Ulysses Carter on Instagram, so you can check him out. Good brother to know. Just stop by and say hi. Say what's up. All right, but listen, getting into this episode, I got another good friend. Oh man, we go way back. Haven't spoken to her in a while, but I think tonight's gonna be fun. We're gonna do a lot of catching up. Her name is Gloria Ry'ann. She is a singer, songwriter, vocalist. Just amazing live show. When it comes to live shows, man, I'm telling you, if you're in the New York City area, you gotta check her out, and we'll catch up with her, and she could tell us where she's performing. You can go check her out and all that good stuff. But let's bring her on in, give her a great introduction. Let's get into this interview. Yes, indeed. I can't wait. Let's go. Yes, indeed. The good life. What's up? Everybody wants that good life, man. What is the good life? What is it?
The good life is letting go of what people think of you and those bad voices in your head that, those that make you have those smaller thoughts of yourself, and just really opening up your thoughts and your minds of living your best life.
Absolutely.
Do that for yourself, and God is the only one can judge you. All of that is up in there. So that's
absolutely.
That's yeah.
Absolutely. We're not talking about the material things. We're not talking about the material things. Ever since I've known you, we haven't talked about the material things. We talking about the good life for sure. What's up, everybody? Welcome Gloria Ry'ann to the show, man. I had to have you on. I know it's episode 24. I'm late, but I got you here. Yeah. I got to bring all my people on. You know, all my people I came up with in the music game. Man, we go back, girl. We go back. Sony music. Oh, the memories, boy. It's crazy.
We've seen a lot. We've done a lot, and we still here.
Yeah, we still here, man. We still here. We wrote songs together. Did we ever perform together?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
We did. I know that we have about 2 or 3 songs that we did together.
Yeah.
But no, we never got to perform together.
Nah, I don't think so. No. Yeah, well, I can't say maybe one day because I don't do that no more.
You can always come out of retirement.
I can for a good verse or two, one verse maybe. I don't know. I doubt it though. I'm happy. I'm happy, man. Like I was talking about on one show, I had to give it up, but we're not here to talk about me. We're here to talk about you. So, Gloria.
Yeah.
Man, it's good to see you.
Good to be seen, child.
Yeah,
There's so much going on,
Yeah, you looking healthy. You looking, you know what I mean? We here, we alive. It's been years, man. When's the last time we really spoke?
It's been years.
It's been really, years.
Yeah.
But it feels like yesterday, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Good people.
Yeah.
We've had some memories that will last forever together.
Yep.
And I'm glad that you're one of the first people that I met here. Because that was back in like 2000, 2001.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I moved to New York City in 2000.
Yep. Wow. That Sony crew, boy. Shout out Dante. Shout out what's his name? Joanne.
Jessica.
Jessica. Shay, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
We out here.
Yeah, for real. How's Joanne doing? Do you keep in touch with her?
Joanne seems like she's amazing. She has, I think, two kids, and we were all such babies, and everybody's married and kids, and just she seems like she's doing really well.
Good. Last time I saw her, I think she was working at like MTV or something like that. And I don't know. I think I lost contact. I don't know if I followed. I don't know what happened. Maybe I had an Instagram account and then I changed it and then we didn't follow each other. I don't know. But I know I keep up with Jessica. We don't talk or whatever, but I think I follow her. I kind of see, just her life and everything. And Dante, of course. Che, I don't know what happened to Che.
Che, Colin, like Che is he's on Instagram. I follow everybody. I follow Joanne, Jessica, you, Colin, and yeah.
Yeah, Colin was up there too. Like, how could I forget Colin? We just talked about him. But yeah, wow. Yeah, man, those are the days. Those are the days. We've seen a lot of artists come through there too. It's like we got to kind of live that with them almost. You know what I'm saying? Just being in and out of those studios, rooms, man. It was, yeah.
Listen, I remember the day when Michael Jackson was there. Were you working that day?
Yeah, he came in with the umbrella, all tender and soft-spoken and gliding through the goddamn hallway.
All I saw was the top of his umbrella, and I was like, his umbrella.
Right. Oh man, Jay-Z, everybody. J-Lo stayed in there. She had her own room, Studio A, right?
Yeah, I remember seeing Swiss Beats all the time. Corey Rooney.
Yeah, Swiss was always in there.
Everybody, we would see like LL Cool J.
Yep.
Method Man. We saw like the
Rough Riders stayed in there.
Huh?
The Rough Riders stayed in there too. Spending all their money on food and drink.
Cigars, food, drinks. We had to order from Me Nuno.
Yeah, we ate good too. We ate good too. Yeah, man. Oh, those are the days. That's crazy. Wow. That's it. Wow. 2001, right? It was 2001, right? And then they closed down in what?
I don't know when they closed. I'm thinking maybe it's close to 10 years now. I mean, it's got to be somewhere around there. 7 years they've been closed. It's condominiums now over where Sony Studios was. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
They closed all those studios over there. Hit Factory, them. All that's gone, right?
Yeah. That was the old industry.
Yeah, that's the old industry, man. The Ja Rule days and that's crazy. Yeah. So let's talk about you. You're from Chicago.
From Chicago.
Moved to New York.
Was born in Houston, but moved here to do music. When I worked at Sony, I had like 2 other jobs. I was working like 3 jobs. I was, hustling.
Right. Yeah, I remember.
That's what I knew. But I did jump on the music scene like pretty much as soon as I got here by going to open mics.
Yeah.
That's when anybody would show up at an open mic. I would go to like the Groove, and I'd go to the Sugar Bar, and that's when a Prince would show up or Patti LaBelle. A lot of artists would come through, and their musical directors would come. You would meet a lot of people.
Yeah.
Even that scene has changed a lot now.
They don't come through anymore?
Well, I mean, those places, it's just different, different times. I mean, I know that, Sugar Bar is still popping. It has like a huge community, but when I started going, that's when I met like Ray Chu. Mm-hmm. He was a musical director for Ashford and Simpson.
Yeah. And, Apollo for many years, right?
Yep. I actually sang background for Ashford and Simpson. And he was a musical director, and then he ended up putting me on with other artists. So because of him, I worked with the Rihannas, the Jennifer Hudsons.
Okay. That's when you started going on tour with all the people.
That's when I started going on tour. But before that, it was just, I would go to the Sugar Bar every Thursday. Like that was my spot, and sometimes I would show up at the the Village Underground.
Yeah.
Or Groove, but really like the Sugar Bar was like became like my home. I mean, they became like family.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, like that open mic, like Freddie Jackson will be up in there.
Oh wow.
I mean, you just never know who was gonna pop up. So
yeah. Like you had a residency there.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. I would do my annual birthday show there, and it would be packed, and put my little show together, sell my little CDs, my EP that I had. It was a great learning curve there. I learned a lot. I mean, from watching like Ashford and Simpson and how they treated, the tour manager and how they toured. And, I was, a baby. I was like the youngest person on the tour at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So just watching them and how they worked, and they were so professional. And, it was just like, I felt like that was my schooling,
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the job training.
But they weren't my first gig. The first gig I had was in Chicago with Danny Boy. Remember Danny Boy?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember Danny Boy.
At you. I ain't mad at you.
Yeah, I remember Danny Boy.
Yeah.
Danny Boy lives in Las Vegas now.
Yes, he is. He opened a restaurant in Las Vegas.
Yeah, like a pizza joint, right?
I think it is pizza, like
pizza
American.
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because my homeboy, he goes over there. I think he knows him actually. He's always over there, and he told me he was out there. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was my first like professional touring gig in Chicago, and I was in college. That was crazy. I was such a baby, and he actually put me together with two other ladies, and we formed a group called Pure Mahogany.
Okay.
The two other ladies, they knew each other, Casey and Kiana, and then I just came in and I just joined with them, and then started like doing talent shows and around Chicago. We was winning. It was a winning, child.
That's dope.
Yeah. So
I was gonna ask you too. Do you ever get back to Chicago much to perform? Kind of like run the circuit for like a week or two?
No, I haven't been back to Chicago. The last time was maybe about 3 years. I did a tour with Red Rooster in Harlem. Released the book. Marcus Samuelson, the chef of Red Rooster, he's an international chef, but his brand is Red Rooster Harlem. He has several different restaurants, and he actually released the book about Red Rooster. It's the Red Rooster Cookbook. Okay. And actually included stories and pictures of all of us that are part of the Red Rooster performing family. So he included, as soon as you open the book, you see I'm like right in the middle, bam, with my husband's band, which is the Rakiem Walker Project. Okay. But so yeah, he took us. We did a book tour, and we were promoting it in Macy's, and just we did about 2 or 3 venues around Chicago. So that was about the last time.
And how long ago was that?
That must have been. Let me see. You know what? That was actually 4 years ago.
Okay.
But I did go back one time after that to perform one other time.
How is the scene in Chicago? Like, is a lot of opportunities? Like in New York, I know you said you're bouncing from club to club every other night or whatever, and you're there consistently. Are there opportunities like that in Chicago right now? Do you know?
Yeah. There are definitely. Chicago has its own scene. I mean, just like it's just different. I don't really know the scene like that. I mean, I do keep up with some of my like Chicago promoters and friends that are on Instagram, and I see what they're doing, and it's just, I think, different. But the money in the work is in New York or LA. Yeah. Like with anything. If you want to do like the club scene in Chicago, yeah, of course, you could do that. Yeah. But it's more here. More opportunities here and in New York. I mean, in LA.
So the people who want to check you out on a weekly basis when quarantine is not in place, what are some of the places you're performing at now? Because like you said, you got your start at the Sugar Bar, which is Valerie Simpson's spot. So you got on with the whole Ashford and Simpson, all that. And then you moved on. So where are you at now when this quarantine is over with? What are the spots that you hit on a weekly basis?
Well, the scene will be different here now too. Hopefully, we'll be back at I have residencies at Red Rooster on Monday night for Unplugged Mondays.
Okay.
Tuesday nights for Trusted Mic Tuesdays. I host an open mic in Harlem, which I really enjoy and I miss doing. Because it was like, even though I end up singing a lot, it's still like, to have new artists and up and coming artists that, it takes me back to when I first started.
Right.
And also we are at a place called the Seville, which is in Midtown, and it's a really sexy lounge. It's like, really vibey, really sexy. It's like, hey.
Okay.
Well, that's the scene where like all the models are. A lot of actors and athletes come there. We're there every Thursday and Friday, so I don't know what this will look like after this quarantine period is over. But I know that we're talking about coming back together and being at Rooster and being at Melba's.
Okay.
But this really affected artists. Artists we like. Ooh, it's gonna look very different. I don't think it's gonna be as many performances as it was. Everybody's doing the digital thing and going live, and we did one live, but we want to make sure that what we do and when we do it, how we do it, that it's done right. Correct. Yeah. That's really what this platform is about. Like a standard. The right substance. Anytime people run towards doing everything and everybody's doing it, like that makes me go like, let me sit back. Yeah. Just like jump in and run like that. You got to be very meticulous.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was just talking to somebody about that, about everybody just going live. And I'm like, listen, man, I've been busy. I've been preoccupied doing some other things that I need to be doing right now. So I haven't had the opportunity to even jump on there like I wanted to. But then in the back of my mind, I'm like, you know what? God is sitting, God has placed me back a step to just kind of landscape everything. You know what I'm saying? Kind of see what's going on and figure out the right way to approach that, because everybody's doing it. So now it's convoluted. It's flooded out there. It's not going to hit as hard as it would when it first started. You know what I mean? So everything's for a reason. So I'm not really tripping on that. But yeah, absolutely. Everybody's doing it. So now it's just like, okay, another person live.
And if that makes you happy, go for it. Yeah. Absolutely. Because listen, if you're feeling creative and that's what you have to do, go for it. I know for me, like, I'm not anxious to, people are like, when are you going to sing? I'm like, well, when I gotta truly I really listen to my inside voice and my spirit, my gut, the God inside, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. Really gotta, I don't like jumping on things like. Yeah, it has to be done right. If you're gonna, and everyone, don't get this wrong. We're not saying don't do it, and we're not pointing the finger if you're doing it. We're just saying if you're gonna do it, you gotta do it right. Hit that angle that where it's gonna make an impact, because there's so many people doing it. People are gonna see it's like, oh, they're live. Okay, whatever. They're live. You know what I mean? But if you make an impact and you do something different, like I got a good friend right now. He's one of my little acting buddies, and he is actually doing lives, and he's bringing casting directors on and interviewing them. The same people that hire us, that get us hired with these directors. You know what I'm saying? So like that is value. That is big. And I think more people should actually be tuning in to his, because it makes sense. They're giving you the key. They're giving you basically the key to success, because they're telling you what they look for. They're telling you how to conduct yourself. They're telling you what you should be doing to get the audition right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I think he should probably be getting more viewers. Yeah. Some other people, but it's a process. He will. But I just think that was a really cool angle, and it's like, wow, you went out and got the source. You know what I'm saying? Like you went and got the person that holds the key to our success. You know what I'm saying? And you're interviewing them, so that's great. So like that. So if you're gonna do it, you gotta be creative. To really do it. And it's really time for everybody to sit back. I mean, I feel like that this is the time. For instance, when this first hit, like I end up getting this crazy like freak injury. I don't even know what I did.
Mhm.
And I know I end up having like sciatica. Like this was all in March. And I'm like sciatica, my back, and then like I have something with my knee. I'm like, what the hell did I do? I don't know. But that just told me it's time to really sit down and be still for me.
Yeah.
I also have other friends who like another person I know broke their foot. Somebody else like broke. I was like a lot of things were happening to a lot of people at the same time. Like, you know what?
Fine.
I definitely listen.
Yeah.
I'm like, sit back.
Go sit down somewhere.
Sit your ass down. Sit your ass down.
Right.
But it's not been easy at all. But for instance, I got a call for studio work. I was like, okay, I took that. I got a call to do a commercial.
Yeah.
And I
Lifetime
was like,
joint, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was huge.
Yeah, it is huge.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. This is my first summer commercial campaign for Lifetime Television. This is like my third or fourth project with Lifetime. I did 2 Christmas projects with Lifetime.
Okay.
One of them was I was featured on a compilation with In Vogue, Ashanti, Tatiana Ali.
Oh wow. Okay.
That was 2 Christmases ago. Yeah, that was 2018, and that was a compilation. And I did my version of I didn't produce it, but I did a version of "It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year."
Okay.
And then last year, I was featured on Kelly Rowland's Christmas movie.
Oh wow.
We actually did produce that version of Deck in the Halls. So that was like when her movie came on. That's the first thing that you hear is my voice for it. So
what's the name of the movie?
Oh gosh, don't put me on the spot. Okay, is it Merry Little Christmas?
Merry Little Christmas. I think I heard about that. I'm gonna have to go check it out now. Now that I know you're singing in the beginning.
Yeah,
for sure.
Liddle, Merry Little Christmas. So.
Okay. Yeah, I'm about to check that out.
Yeah, and it's on a version of Deck the Halls is on iTunes.
Okay.
It comes up, and Kelly actually approved the song because she was like executive producer on the movie.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so that was awesome. And then for this to come about, and I was not the only singer that they were considering for this commercial. So I have to shout out my girl Jennifer Insogna, who is actually become a really great friend, and she's the connector. Jen is like
she gave you the green light.
Yeah. So this commercial they were considering other singers. She was like, do you think that you could? I'm like, I could give it a try. And I sang the song "Hooked on a Feeling," and it's for their summer campaign for Hooked on Summer Lifetime 2020. So
wow. Yeah. I was digging it, man. I was like, yo, like you. From what I know your voice, I'm like, yo, is that her? Like, yeah. But it sounds great though. It sounds great. I love the tone, everything. Like it sounds great for real. But keep doing your thing, man. Keep doing your thing. I want to talk about where you came from and where you are now as a vocalist too, because you've made leaps and bounds from when we were writing together, working at Sony. Like I hear you live, I see the videos that you post. I'm like, yo, Gloria is blowing, man. Like for real. And also too, when you say, I want to know what you attest that to. Like, of course, just experience and just doing it, repetition. But is there any one thing that you switched up about yourself, or kind of just grew into yourself, to know your voice? You know what I mean? Like, what happened? What happened for a singer that makes them rise above and go to that next level?
Confidence. I really started to really believe, even though I'm technically trained singer, I have all this experience, like I still, it's like get shy.
Yeah.
I think I finally grew up and I really learned my own voice. It took me a while to learn my instrument.
Okay.
And now I really, get to play, and I know the colors of my voice, and I know myself.
Yeah. It's
So
effortless now, right? Because you know it, and you can just go where you need to go and play around with it. And
it's a muscle. I would say, you know, having these residencies, working with a live band constantly, who, you know, have become my musical partners, has really changed my ears. My ears are different. You know, having the right musicians around you. And honestly, my husband, like, he is like a walking instrument. You know, he hears differently.
Okay.
So, like, he's taught me how to hear myself differently. But again, that's from working with a band constantly, you know? So it's not like I work with a band once a week or once a month, or I do a wedding gig. You know, I've been there too, I've done that. Or it's not like I'm working with another artist where it's my job to sound like the artist. You know, I can really play with the colors of my voice, and I've really learned my voice. And I just attest that to working constantly, trying different things, believing, and practice.
Yeah.
Practice a lot.
In the gym.
It's you know what? I've really realized during this quarantine, like, I'm an athlete.
Yeah. You're in the gym.
I'm an athlete.
You flexing that muscle.
Yeah. Especially when you see, like, how you need the voice needs the body for everything. You know, with little injury, I'm like, damn, like, I gotta breathe a little differently on that part. I'm like, oh shit, like, okay. You know, it's like we really are athletes. Yeah. Truly. So it's really that, just trusting. Now I trust my voice. I trust her.
Yeah, for sure. I know. I hear it. Yeah. I definitely hear it. It's leaps and bounds. Not that you weren't good back then, but it's just the maturity. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's solid, really solid. Like, you're tackling cover songs that I never knew you could go there. You know what I mean? Like, as far as handle the song, damn near just as good as the artist that sang the song.
Well, thank you.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, she's really doing that. Like, I'm proud, for real.
I'm proud too.
For sure. Hey, I want to shout out Collins on here. Hazel's my spirit. Ulysses on here. Ulysses been riding hard for you in the comment section. He's going in. Yeah. Ulysses says he met you through me and he fell in love with you, and you the truth. So Collins says you got a beautiful voice. So yes, indeed. They're on here supporting.
Oh, thank you guys. Thank you. Let me tell you, when you do sing constantly, have residencies, like even if I'm having a bad vocal week, because maybe it could be allergies, like this is like allergy season. Mm-hmm. Now I've learned how to sing over the issues.
Yeah.
You know, how to sing if I'm hoarse, if I'm tired.
You know, to get through.
Yeah.
You know how to compensate. That's all it is. You know how to compensate. You know how to fake it and make it sound good. And that's a true professional. That's when you know you've mastered your craft. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's dope, man. That's dope. How did you meet your husband? And when you let me clarify this, because you said we a lot when you're talking about performing. Mm-hmm. Make that clear to everybody. That's you, your husband, and the Rakiem Project, right?
So the band is the Rakiem Walker Project featuring Gloria Ry'ann. Okay. So that's when we perform, like, that's how we rebranded. Okay. But the basic model and the mold is that you know, I'm in it's his band. It's his band. It's his band. I joined his band in 2013. Okay. It's so crazy because I had tried to sing at Red Rooster before. Mm-hmm. And I was trying to sing there and do this with these other two people. We were going to try to do like a gospel, I don't know, series, I guess. And that didn't end up working out. And the woman who I won't name, she said that they only wanted her to do it. She said she was walking past and they begged her to do it herself. Bye.
Oh, wow.
Girl, you lying, but okay, whatever. We gonna go with that.
She came in and snuck it off on y'all.
It was like they had to have me. I was like, girl, bye. But
wow. Well, look at you now.
So she was singing there. She did the gospel for a little bit. And she wasn't just. I think she was just doing not just gospel. Anyway, at the time, Rakiem was a musical director for Red Rooster, so he was doing the booking for artists there and the different bands that were there at Jenny's and Red Rooster. And so I had actually moved to Vegas for a few months because I was supposed to go on tour with Lady Gaga.
I remember when you moved to Vegas.
I was supposed to go on tour with Lady Gaga. That ended up not happening. She ended up firing the whole band. She fired the whole band and got rid of everybody. And I was like, okay. But I kept my apartment here in New York. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, okay, I got to get back to New York. Like this, nothing in Vegas worked out for me at all. So that was the end of 2012. And I was like, okay, this is like, it was really like my desert season. I got to have like, that was like a low point.
Yeah.
But I did learn a lot about myself, and I learned that I didn't need to be there.
Yeah, man.
And I came back to New York in December of 2012, and the closing of Lenox Lounge is where I actually met Rakiem.
Okay.
So
that was in 2012?
Yeah, December 2012. So it was like must have been like December 28th or something like that. And
like you met performing, or how'd that work?
So they were closing and they were having a jam session.
Okay.
And I ended up singing. And I sang 2 songs and he gave me his card. We actually had met before. Mm-hmm. He actually knew my ex-fiance.
Fiance?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know you were engaged.
That was like back in 2001. You never met him? Okay, maybe I know Che and Colin met him. Anyway.
Nah, I never met him.
Actually,
but he don't matter no more. You got Rakiem, so it don't even matter. Yeah, moving forward.
So I actually had met Rakiem one time before, back in 2001 or something like that, 2002. Okay. And but basically, yeah, I sang at the closing, sang like Chaka Khan song. I think I sang Sweet Thing and something like that. Mm-hmm. And he gave me his card. He's like, when you're ready to work, hit me up. And I hit him like literally January 2nd, 13, and by January 6th or something, I was singing at Red Rooster.
Wow.
Like, just like that.
Just like that.
Just like that.
That's how it works, though. Look at God. I said, look at God. That's how it works.
Yeah. But I wasn't looking for nothing, he wasn't looking for anybody and nothing, he actually was in a situation,
Okay.
But we just became friends. We just talked about music and we had similar parallel upbringings, and that's how we met.
You ain't stealing them away like Alicia Keys, did you?
Huh? See now you talking grown business stuff.
I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you. It's all good. You got it.
Yeah, it was. That's how it went down, and we just became friends from there.
And he made you a better you, right?
Yeah, we made each other better because he wasn't the nicest when I first met him. I didn't like him.
Why?
I didn't leave. I thought he was mean and he was like, just like short and curt. I was just like, I was like, I don't really like you. Okay, Earring. Yeah, I didn't like him at all. But yeah. I mean, I feel like that we really improved each other, like both of us did in our own ways, Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
That's what's up, man.
That's it. Now we're married. Got married 2018. We have a 5-year-old.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Congratulations on that. I follow everything on the gram. I see it put up. For some reason, we weren't following each other for a couple months. I don't know what happened to that. I think it's when I had to I just closed out my other account because I don't know if it got hacked or whatever, but
yeah,
I got to a certain point where I'd post and nobody would see anything. Nobody would see anything. So I don't know what happened. So I had to close it down and I just went KoolKard. Yeah. Weird stuff. But I think that's where it got lost in the sauce. I don't know, because I sent out like DMs to everybody, like, hey, come to my new page, follow this one or whatever. But I don't know. Maybe you were busy at the time, didn't see it or something. I don't know.
I don't remember that, but I know that we were friends before. So that's weird.
Yeah, it was in that shuffle though. I'm sure that's all that was. But then I don't know what happened one day. I don't know. I thought about it one day. I was like, yo, I don't ever see her no more. And I went and looked, and we didn't follow each other.
Well, now we do.
Now we do. We good. Hold on. So before I forget, because we're not going to harp on it, right? Because it's about you. Okay. But tell us a little bit about the Kanye West experience, because I know you worked on 2 of his albums, and that's a great accomplishment because of who he is and what he's done, and you guys are both from Chicago. So how did that happen, and what did that mean to you working with somebody like that and him being from Chicago and all that?
The experience was really cool. It actually through this gentleman who does a lot of work on Kanye's projects named Alvin Fields. Mm-hmm. We put together a group of vocalists and had us come in, and we sang on 2 songs and actually 2 albums. Mm-hmm. And both of the albums were Grammy nominated. So technically I'm Grammy nominated.
Grammy nominated.
Thank you.
You are Grammy nominated.
No, it's not my Grammy,
Yeah, but you were a part of the production, so.
Yeah. It was cool. It was not a crazy experience at all. His producer, can't remember Ken's last name, who's worked with some of everybody, uber professional. But that, it was another experience. This industry is about brick by brick.
Yeah, for sure.
Probably my favorite artist I've worked with may be like the Rihanna.
Okay. So did you ever? So you toured with her, right?
Toured with Rihanna. She's super cool. It was actually when she was like first starting for her, so that was beautiful to see her journey, see her from then to now. That was probably my favorite. Like Rihanna, Jennifer Hudson, she's Chicago too.
Yeah, for sure.
Deborah Cox, like those are like my top favorite artists to work with. And also working with Freddie Jackson was fun because he comes from that, he likes the showgirl, choreography. Mm-hmm. The was like, that was a lot of fun too. And of course, Ashford and Simpson. Like, oh my gosh, rest in peace to Nick Ashford, who really gave so much support to so many artists. You would see him and he would just like, his face would just light up and he'd give you a hug. He'd be like, "You sound so good tonight."
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
But I have crazy stories too. I have crazy stories. I do have a funny story about, I worked with Teddy Pendergrass.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Go ahead. Tell that story. You got to tell it. You done brought it up. You got to tell it.
Teddy, I had met him actually at the infamous white parties for Ashford and Simpson. Mm-hmm. And he was like, you know what? Give me your information. I was like, okay. I'm like 24, 25. Okay. He's like, I think that we should work together. He sent for me to come from New York to go to his estate, which was in Philly. Mm-hmm. It was in Philadelphia. And I get there, and he like sent a limo for me, and I don't tell a lot of stories, but this story is this is crazy. Like this, I will never forget this story. And, I get there, and I get to his home, and he has these women that work for him, and they're like, I go to his office, I wait in his office, and they're like feeding him as we're talking. I'm like, okay, that's cool. But then I go to his office, and it's like, bless his heart. It was like a porno playing on the TV. And I'm just like, am I gonna have to beat Teddy Pendergrass' ass? Like,
wow.
I go to his office and he's like, what do you think about what's on the screen? I was like, I'm by myself, you know, so I'm not thinking, you know, I'm just like, okay, like, he's like, what do you think about that? What's on the screen? I was like, it looked like old girl miss her daddy. Like, I'm like, still glow. Like, I'm like that don't faze me, you know, whatever.
Right.
And then, I'm sorry. Let me take a sip.
Oh my God. Teddy.
I've told this story like only like close friends. So we close. Whoever watching, we close now. We all family.
Go ahead. Finish up. We want to hear this. Teddy was about some things.
I had, you know, so I'm just like, what is going on around here? Like, you know, I'm just 20, and I'm a young 20-something year, like, must have been like 24 or something. Like, what's going on here? And then he's like, well, come here.
Come here.
Yeah. I get up and I'm like, I'm gonna have to beat Teddy. I'm gonna be on the news because I'm by myself. And he goes, come closer. So now I'm like, he's like, come closer. And then he like literally like takes my face and goes like this to my face. I'm like, I'm standing there looking like, okay, all right. And I just went and sat back. Just like crazy industry. Like that's about one of the craziest things that's happened.
So wait.
He just touched my face, like, you know, because of the accident.
Yeah.
His hand. So I just was like looking like, okay, that's different. Anyway, he was
okay, so all he wanted to do was touch your face.
Yeah. I thought I was gonna have to beat him up.
With a porno on the screen, all he wanted to do was just touch your face.
I think, you know, I think he kind of knew, like, okay, this one might be a little.
He ain't with it, pretty much.
I don't know. I think he was like, she might be a wild card. But he wanted me to. I did end up recording with him. He wanted me to do a cover jazz standard, and I can't think of what it is. But I have a copy of it somewhere. I have it on CD. It wasn't The Look of Love. It was like I can't remember, but yeah, I ended up doing the song with him, and I went back like one more other time. So I went to his compound or estate like twice, and I did recording. And then one day he called me. He was like, you know, I can't do nothing for you. I'm sorry. And I was like, okay, you take care, Teddy.
What?
that was it.
Just out the blue.
Yeah, he was like, you know, I think I nothing else I could do for you. I was like, all right, well, take care. You know, have a nice day.
Was it because you weren't the loose booty he wanted you to be?
I don't know, but whatever it was, I was like, okay, you take care, you know. And then that was the end of my Teddy Pendergrass story. So
wow,
yeah,
that's crazy. Yeah. I mean, Teddy knew he struck out, so he just wanted to get a little feel.
I don't know what he wanted, but I was just like,
that's some
I know he was must have been like, oh, this one is. You know, fortunately, I don't know how to like hide my emotions on my facial expressions. I'm very like.
Yeah, we know. we know, Glow.
Very expressive.
Wow.
But yeah, I have tons of stories, but that was very interesting. But I really have been I really had a lot of great experiences. Honestly, I mean more great than bad. You know, I got to perform at the MTV European Awards with I was with Rihanna. We did the World Peace, you know, Medal Awards, you know, Nobel Peace Awards. You know, like I've really done like really done things. Yeah.
Yeah, you've done a lot. What's up with Lela James? And you used to tour with her too, right?
I did. I worked with Lela for her. Like 3 years. 3.5 years.
3.5?
Yeah, I met her in 2015. 2016 and started working with like Deborah Cox after that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember seeing you with her, and then you said, I think back then we had talked, and you were with her, and then y'all went on like a break, and then she called you back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was time. You know, I have a great sense of when it's time to move on.
Yeah.
And you have to, because that's just how this industry is. Like when you get like, you know, if it's not feeding you, if you're not like, you know, happy with it, it's just like sometimes it's just time just to move on. She had like started using girls in Houston because she's in Houston.
Okay.
And I get it, you know, and that's fine. You know, like you really can't take this personal. You gotta roll with it.
Yeah.
You can't stay stuck.
Yeah.
You know, like you gotta keep looking forward.
You know the industry, girl.
Yeah.
Industry is it's a different, some strange fruit, man.
Yeah. And however people want to run their thing is, you know, that's how they choose to do it. You know, like when it comes down to it, you know, you'll work for hire, you know.
Yeah,
so
at the end of the day, yeah.
There aren't many guarantees. You have to really create your own thing.
Yep.
Which I've always like had my own little music, you know. I've always enjoyed writing, and really like my writing is really personal and telling like my story. When you hear like my songs, or it's really like you're hearing like a piece of me or something that I've been through. You know, I've written from a very personal space.
Right. Yeah. I know. I wish you had those songs we wrote, so we could let the people hear them. I haven't heard them songs in years. You gotta get them to me though.
I have the CDs somewhere, and if I don't have them, then my mother has them in storage. But I definitely have those CDs somewhere.
All right.
Yeah, I hope I can find them. I mean,
I had them. I don't know where they went. Maybe, you know what? I got this old MacBook too. I think it might be on there actually. I think they might be on there. If they're on there, I'll send them to you because I had them digitally. I know I did. So, and if not on there, I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I have them. I do believe. But if you can find them, send them to me.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. So what's up with are you working on a solo project? You thinking about that?
I am working on a solo project. I actually released the EP before, and it was on Bandcamp. It's actually still up there. That was like 2011, 2012. I also wrote a theme song for this costume jewelry line, Tracy Lynn Cosmetics.
Mm-hmm.
I did that with Herb Middleton. But yeah, the project, I'm on the Rakiem Walker Project self-titled album, which came out last July.
I'm sorry, where can we find it?
Okay, it's on all music platforms, Tidal, iTunes, Spotify.
Okay.
So that was last July that we released the album, but we actually released the single Good Life in Australia the year before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We got invited to go to Australia and did this huge show, like 5,000 people.
Wow.
And oh my God, I gotta, like, the video of that it warms my heart just thinking about it, because to see people like singing my song, I've never seen that before. You know, not like that.
That has to be an amazing feeling, man.
Oh man, like thinking about it. I fell in love with Melbourne. And the people, they were so welcoming. They were so good to us. But yeah, that was last July. The album came out, and it was a crazy album release party. And Dapper Dan dressed Rakiem and
I saw those pictures. You had the jacket on and everything. That signature jacket. I love those jackets. Yeah.
So shout out to Dapper Dan. And it was crazy successful. And now I'm working on my project, and we'll be releasing it this year. Actually, around my birthday in November.
Will it be a live album?
It will be. Yeah. It will be live. Well, the album was recorded live. Actually, recorded live, and then we just edited. You know, but the album is also recorded live, so it'll be the same format.
Okay.
But it'll be all me, and I'm ready to to share my life and how I've grown and changed, and yeah, I'm ready to tell those stories about where I am now.
Are you gonna try to get on like a little tour, do like a little tour or something? Get out there and see the world and let them hear what you got to offer.
Absolutely. We're actually, fingers, supposed to be going to Europe this fall.
Okay.
So far, it's still on. We're supposed to be going to Europe with this artist from Sweden named Timbuktu.
Okay.
And we are opening for him and also playing for him. So that's supposed to be November. I'm just like, please don't cancel that.
Right?
Yeah. Like,
let's pray that let's just pray and let's put it out there. You are going on tour.
Yeah.
Right? They're not gonna cancel it. We're gonna get through this.
Please.
And it's gonna come through for you.
Please. So along with that, with promoting the album that we put out last year, we'll be promoting that, and also the album will be ready by then to go. So we'll be promoting both while overseas. So that's the plan for fall. We're actually recording. We had a rehearsal today.
Okay.
And we're going to be recording on Thursday. So it's like, yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm proud of you, Glo. Keep going.
Keep
going, man. You and Colin, keep going. I got Colin coming on here. I don't know what date. He'll be on here a couple shows down the line. But of course we'll be talking about Hazel Is My Spirit.
Oh, absolutely. Colin is that's family,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I gotta catch up with him, man. Next time I come out there, I gotta catch up with all y'all. I come out there every so often. I be out there. I just be on the move though. I be in and out, man.
I get it.
Yeah. But I definitely gotta catch up with you guys. We all gotta go out, get a drink, get some food, something when all this craziness blows over.
Yes.
For sure. Hey, I just brought up on go ahead.
I said please craziness blow over, please.
Yeah, for real. I just found your song, Deck the Halls. I don't know if you guys can see that.
Yay.
So, y'all go check her out. Check the Rakiem. It's the Rakiem Walker Project, right?
Yes.
I don't know if you can see that, but that's on Apple Music. You see that picture. It won't focus. A lot of light going on here. But anyway, y'all go check out the single. Boom, boom, boom. Deck the Halls, right?
Mm-hmm.
And also check out the Rakiem Walker Project on iTunes. I'm trying to find that.
It comes up. It comes up, right? It's a blue picture, animation picture of the band.
Okay.
By Christopher Swift. Shout out to Christopher Swift, who's an artist. He's also featured on the album. He's also rapping on the album. So yeah, but he did the picture and the album cover.
Okay. I'm making a playlist right now. I'm putting you in there.
Did you find the album cover?
I'm actually putting the first single, the Deck the Halls, in there, and then I'm gonna go and get the album and I'm gonna put that in there too.
Okay, because you gotta put Good Life on there.
The Good Life. That's on that album, right?
Mm-hmm. You'll see it as a single and on the album.
Okay, hold on. The Rakiem
Rakiem
Walker Project. I think there you go.
I got some songs that come up too, child. Old songs.
You got some songs on that too?
Yeah, child.
Hold on. Why is it giving me? Hold on. Wait. Okay, here we go. Let me go. You said what song? The Good Life.
Yeah, you see it was dropped as a single first, and then you have now that's the album cover. Yeah.
Y'all go check it out, man. My light is killing me. I can't make it focus. There we go. That's the best you're gonna get from me. Y'all go check it out. Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal. YouTube Music, the Rakiem Walker Project. Y'all check my girl Glo and her husband and their band out. They're dope. I'm telling you. And tell them where to find you again when quarantine is over with in the city so they can come see you live and direct, because there's nothing like a live show.
Word. Red Rooster, Melba's, the Seville. Also, if you're in Montauk and the Hamptons, we're at Gurney's. we have a summer residency there. So come out and see us. Follow me on IG, Gloria Ry'ann.
Yes.
Everything Twitter, everything's Gloria Ry'ann. Facebook, Gloria Ry'ann. It's RYANN. So with 2 N's. Yeah, you can check me out.
Yes, be sure to do that. Go and follow her. Follow Rakiem as well. He's on there. That's her husband, y'all. So don't be trying to holler, nothing like that. Y'all go follow. Follow and support. And make sure you go check her out. Check out the songs on iTunes, on Apple Music, Spotify. Title is the Rakiem Walker Project. Gloria Ry'ann. Keep up with her. Good people. Good music. It's just good. The good life.
The good life.
The good life. Yes, indeed. Well, listen, I'm not gonna hold you too much longer. I know we've done an hour. We've been talking, been catching up. It's a good thing, huh?
Dang, that went fast.
Yeah, man. That's how it is when you catch up with old people, old friends, and it's good. It's good conversation. Yeah, man.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
For sure. Well, hey, listen, many blessings. I know you're going to keep doing your thing. I pray you go on that tour so you can have that experience and just keep rising. Yes.
Thank you. And thank you for the opportunity to like catch up and for your platform, for sharing. Because you don't have to do that, you know.
Absolutely. I had to, though. Yes, I did. We go back. I'm going to get all my people that I go back with. You coming on here. Y'all doing something, we talking about it.
That's what's up.
Yeah, like I said, Colin will be on here. I might have to get Dante on here for like drawing or something. You know, he does draw, right? Dante draw.
Dante.
No, he spits.
Wildfire.
Yeah, we're gonna all that. I'm bringing everybody on here.
Reunion. We like a reunion, like we're like
right.
We're all here together. Sure. Can you imagine those stories?
Right. We all listen. Wow. Yeah. For real. We can get it in. And then also, hey, Instagram just dropped this whole, you can go live with like multiple people now, like Zoom. So we should all get on that. Yeah.
Oh,
it
Lord.
just dropped it. I just saw it at the top. Let me see if it's still there.
Lord,
if you go in, you should see it on your stories. Well, I already looked at it, so it's gone. But if you go in there, you look at the top, you'll see it. It'll say new. Check it out.
Oh, Lord, child. We just talked about going live. Now you want us all to go live with them stories?
Well, we ain't gotta go live with the story. We don't have to go live with the stories. Yeah, man. Yeah, that was a fun time. We were clowning, boy.
Yeah. Woo.
We were working overnights, man. It was crazy.
And then, like, when after 9/11 hit, that was crazy. That was a crazy time. Yeah.
Even Fee, man. Even Fee.
Yeah, I saw her a few times at Red Rooster. I sure did.
For real? That was always her vibe, though.
Yep.
That was always her vibe, even back then. Yep. I see her on Facebook. I don't know if I follow her, but I saw her. Yeah, I saw her on Facebook.
Wow.
She's doing good.
That's good.
Yeah, man. But look, I ain't gonna hold you, everybody. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Gloria, appreciate you tuning in to listen to her stories, to hear about her journey and everything she's got going on, because she has a lot going on and more to come. So y'all, listen, man, Grammy nominated. That's all I'm gonna say. So please, man, keep up with her, because she's going to new heights. I'm telling you, keep up with her. But I appreciate you, girl, making this time, taking the time, coming on here with your boy. It's been good. It's been real. Y'all make sure you share the show if you got anything good out of it. If you come back, bring a friend. Hit the like button. If you don't like it, hit the dislike button. I don't care. Nah, I do. I'm just playing. But yeah, I appreciate you guys tuning in, man. Every Tuesday, 10 p.m., we're going to be here with another guest, bring you some more value, and we're just gonna keep it real, talk real. All right, until next time, I'm gonna exit with a live performance. Of course, it's pre-recorded, but a live performance of Gloria herself, so you can check her out and see her in action. All right, yeah, that's how we're gonna do it. So Glow, we going out like that. All right,
thank you.
Until next time, and I'm gonna bring you back on, because we're gonna do like a year-end wrap-up. All right, so I'll bring you back on for sure, and we can see how the tour went, if you're even off tour and you can do it.
Yes, let's do it.
All right, cool. We out with a live performance. Gloria, here we go.